Have you ever considered the possibility that water, the life-giving liquid we take for granted, could have a memory? Indeed, the very essence of life that flows through our rivers, fills our oceans, and quenches our thirst may be more than just a simple combination of hydrogen and oxygen. Let's delve into the fascinating world of water, a world that might just be as complex and profound as life itself. Water. It's everywhere, making up about 70% of our planet and roughly the same proportion of our bodies. It's the wellspring of life, the conduit of growth, the very symbol of fluidity and change. But what if water is not just a passive element in the grand symphony of life? What if it, in some way, remembers? What if it carries with it a history, a story, a memory? Imagine for a moment that every drop of water you've ever sipped, every stream you've ever dipped your toes into, every raindrop that's ever landed on your cheek, holds within it a memory of its journey. From the highest mountain peaks, through the arteries of the earth, to the vast expanses of the sea, and eventually to your glass of water. Each molecule, a silent witness to the ebb and flow of existence. This is not mere poetic waxing. It's a concept that has been studied, debated, and even, to an extent, demonstrated. The idea that water, this seemingly simple substance, has the capacity to remember could have profound implications. It could reshape our understanding of life, health, and the very nature of reality. Now, this idea might sound like something out of a science fiction novel, but it's actually a field of study that has been explored by some incredibly curious minds. It challenges us to think beyond our traditional understanding of matter and energy, and invites us to consider the interconnectedness of all things. This brings us to the intriguing work of a certain Japanese researcher, Dr. Masaru Emoto. Dr. Masaru Emoto, a man of science and curiosity, embarked on a unique journey to explore the unseen characteristics of water. Born in Yokohama, Japan, Dr. Emoto was a man of many interests. A graduate of Yokohama Municipal University's Department of Humanities and Sciences, with a focus on international relations, he didn't seem destined for a career in the sciences. Yet, life had a different plan for him, one that would lead him to a series of revolutionary experiments. Dr. Emoto's interest in water was sparked by a book about how water could be altered by electromagnetic waves. Intrigued, he decided to delve deeper. He set off on a quest to reveal the secret life of this ubiquitous substance, a substance that is often taken for granted but is vital to our very existence. To do so, he developed a unique method. He froze water and then photographed the crystals that formed, using a very high-speed and high-resolution camera. Now, you might be thinking this sounds highly technical, but just imagine the beauty of a snowflake, and you're not far off from understanding the magic of his work. His approach was simple, yet groundbreaking. He collected water samples from different sources, exposed them to various stimuli, and then froze them. Once the water was frozen, he would take photographs of the ice crystals that formed. Think of it like this. He was taking a snapshot of the water's emotional state at that moment. It was like he was communicating with the water, asking it to reveal its hidden secrets, and the water, in return, showed him its inner beauty or turmoil, depending on the conditions it was exposed to. These experiments were not without controversy. They challenged conventional scientific wisdom and opened up a whole new way of looking at the world around us. Yet, Dr. Emoto persisted, driven by his passion for understanding the mysteries of water. These experiments led to some startling revelations. The results of Dr. Emoto's experiments were nothing short of astounding. His research unveiled a hidden world where water responds to emotions and retains memory of its experiences. Imagine a beautiful snowflake, unique and intricate with countless facets catching the light. This is what Dr. Emoto found when he exposed water to positive words, thoughts, and music. The water crystals formed symmetrical, complex patterns, as if the water was celebrating the positivity it was subjected to. Now picture a shapeless clump of ice, jagged and irregular. This is the form water took when it was exposed to negative influences. The beautiful symmetry was lost, replaced by chaotic structures. It was as if the water was mirroring the turmoil of the negative vibrations. Just like how a soft, soothing lullaby can lull a child to sleep, while a loud, harsh noise can cause distress, the water was reacting to the emotional music it was being exposed to. Dr. Emoto's experiments also showed something incredibly fascinating. Water has memory. When subjected to a particular influence, water remembered it, even after it was removed from the source of that influence. It's like when you hear a particular song and it takes you back to a specific moment in your life. The song triggers the memory, and you're transported back to that time and place. The water, in its own way, was doing something similar. It was remembering and reflecting the emotional environment it was exposed to. These results, while initially met with skepticism, have been replicated in various forms, adding weight to Dr. Emoto's groundbreaking research. His work has opened up a whole new avenue of understanding the world around us. It has shown us that water is not just a lifeless substance, but a responsive, living entity that interacts with its environment in ways we never thought possible. So, what does this mean for us and our understanding of the world around us? The implications of Dr. Emoto's research are profound, suggesting that our thoughts and emotions can directly affect the physical world around us. This research opens up a whole new perspective on how we perceive and interact with water, and indeed, the world at large. Consider this. If our emotions can influence the structure of water, then how might our thoughts and feelings impact the people and environment around us? Everything in our world contains water, from the tallest trees to the smallest insects. Could we, through our emotions, inadvertently shape the world we live in? It's a mind-boggling concept for sure, but one that underlines the interconnectedness of all life. The potential applications of this understanding are immense, stretching from personal wellness to environmental conservation. On a personal level, if we acknowledge that our emotions can affect water, we may be more mindful of our emotional states, striving for positivity to create beneficial changes in our bodies, which are composed of about 60% water. In terms of environmental conservation, this research could transform our approach. If water carries memory, then it carries the memory of pollution too. This understanding underscores the necessity for clean, unpolluted water bodies, not just for our physical health, but for the health of our planet's memory bank. In the realm of science, this opens up new avenues for research. Scientists could explore how water's memory affects biological processes, or how it influences the behavior of other substances it interacts with. The possibilities are as vast as the ocean itself. So let's think about how we interact with water and the world around us. Let's respect water not just as a life-sustaining resource, but as a living entity that responds to our thoughts and emotions. Remember, every drop of water has a story to tell, a memory to share. So the next time you take a sip of water, remember, you're not just drinking water, you're sharing in its memory.